Hello, I'm FTX Toycat, and Minecon Live is happening this Saturday, and at that event we get to learn about the 1.17 update, as well as potentially affecting it, because we as the community get to vote on the next mob added to Minecraft. We have 3 choices that we only just learned about yesterday, and today we learned a lot more about one of them, the Moobloom. So today I'll be showing you that trailer, as well as talking about the Iceologer and the Glow Squid, the 2 other options, because this is one of the most interesting free combinations of mobs for the fact that it's so uninteresting. And to show you more of what I mean, allow me to show you one of the 3 possible next mobs we get to vote on, because this is the Mojang trailer for the Moobloom.
Oh, bees and Mooblooms are friends, just like we are, right, Agnes?
These friendly cows live in the flower forest biome, yellow as sunshine and covered in beautiful flowers. What's not to like about these beautiful bovines?
We are friends, right, Agnes?
If you want the Moobloom to be added to Minecraft, vote for it during the Minecraft Live livestream.
Can I join your Minecraft realm after we finish recording this?
Stick to the script, please. Vote Moobloom!
So, yeah, I guess that is what we get to learn about the Moobloom. Honestly, it's super bizarre because yesterday when we first saw off these, and I tweeted this out, everyone's like, oh, we need to learn more about the mobs. It'll be like the previous years, but we'll learn a lot more about the features, and it'll get people excited because they'll finally hear about what they might really do. But this is the Moobloom. It's one of the most bizarre additions we've ever been offered into Minecraft, and it seems like they put it in there as a joke almost, because the literal possibilities are it is a type of cow that spawns in one biome specifically, the flower forest. It is friends with bees, and it is covered in flowers. That is 100% of the design. It's not even a unique mob, and I don't just mean like, oh, it's kind of like the mushroom, but it's the Moobloom. Haha, it's like a flower mushroom, that's fun. No, this is literally a mob from one of Minecraft's other games, Minecraft Earth, the AR game that you play on your phone. This is a mob they've already created. They're just suggesting, what if we put it into Minecraft in the biome? The only thing I can think about is like, they deliberately put a super simple option in there, hoping people would vote for it, and it's really simple. But honestly, when you look at the other 2 mobs, things kind of get super interesting too. So again, right now we've only seen the trailer for one mob. By the end of this week, we'll see the trailers for 3. Hopefully there's actually more details about the other 2 mobs, but right now we have a little bit of text on the Minecraft website that kind of gives us the teaser and the intro to the other 2 mobs, the Iceologer and the Glow Squid. Presumably we'll be learning about the Iceologer either tomorrow or on Wednesday, and we'll learn about the Glow Squid on Wednesday or Friday. But anyway, with that said, let's talk about those other 2 mobs so we can really dive into what this vote will become, because I think it's one of the most bizarre and almost pointless seeming votes yet. But again, rather than me being too negative, let's just tell you about the Iceologer, because this cold-hearted illager from Minecraft Dungeons arrives in snowy, icy, and rocky areas. If you vote for this hostile mob, they will move into the new mountaintops that tower over the overworld. Do you really want that? These mountains are so tall that vegetation doesn't grow on them, just spiky ice formations, rock and snow as far as the ice can see. The Iceologer would make these mountains even more challenging, since they don't just want to hang out up there. Oh no, when you meet them, they'll hurl flying ice clouds at you. Vote for the Iceologer if you want to experience hardcore snowball fights with a stunning view. So again, it's actually another recycled mob from another game, but that's fine. They're trying to tie in Minecraft's games together. Clearly, Minecraft Earth and Minecraft Dungeons aren't performing as well as they'd like, so this is a clever way to tie those things in there. And one of the things they're trying to do is be like, hey, you know those new mountains that are coming to Minecraft anyway? What if we had a new mob in there? What if we had a brand new type of pillager, or illager, whichever way you want to say it, but a brand new type of evil mob that's magic based, whole flying ice clouds, and is based exclusively in a new biome. It's super interesting because this is also another one biome specific mob, but then we finally have the Glow Squid, which is, interestingly enough, I just want to mention, it's another Minecraft Earth creature, although not as well known as the Moobloom. Anyway though, we're going to resist saying that it's a squid, and by the way, it glows, because the glow in the Glow Squid doesn't come from a bomb skincare routine, but actually refers to the way it literally glows in the same way that Enderman's eyes do. While we're comparing this candidate to existing mobs, I can tell you they're pretty similar to the squid that are already swimming around in Minecraft. They won't attack players or entities, but their glow is pretty atmospheric. That's why they prefer dark bodies of water. The effect just isn't the same in an already sun-drenched ocean. If you want to add more marine life to Minecraft and hasten the alleged squid uprising, vote for the Glow Squid. So real quick right there, they literally confirmed, right there, they didn't even want to go hype stop. They're like, hey, this is a squid and it glows. Does it do anything unique? No, but it spawns only in unique places, really deep. This is literally a unique variant of a squid that you'll find under an ocean, and it's super weird, right? Because now we've gone through the 3 mobs. Again, we're going to learn more about them later on this week. I really hope we get more details. The Moobloom seems to imply that we're not going to, but all 3 of these mobs are, 1, taken from other Minecraft games, so they're not actually really new in any sense of the word, but sure, they're new mobs, they're just not exciting ones. 2, they're variants of existing mobs because they're from other Minecraft games, and those games try to keep it Minecraft themed, so it's literally like, hey, would you like an icy witch? Would you like a flower mushroom? Or would you like a squid that, wait for it, it glows? I think not only are the concepts kind of uninteresting, but then when you dive into them more, the glow squid has nothing going for it right now. It is literally maybe the bottom oceans with glow, and that'd be cool. The Moobloom has almost nothing going for it. We don't know what the interaction between bees and Mooblooms are. We don't know if there's some new flowers coming with it. I've heard some people saying that, oh, there's a new biome coming. No, the flower forest already exists. This is just adding a new type of cow for that one particular kind of rare biome, if we're being entirely honest. And then finally, we've got the Iceologer, where it's like, oh, this is not the most interesting thing, but it fires ice clouds at you, so it'll interact with you in some way, and that's honestly, you know, like, and it comes with a new thing, and that's about it. It's a super bizarre mob vote to see, because every previous year there's been at least a couple of biomes people are excited about. Sometimes there's been a dud of a biome that people, or like a dud of a mob that people are like, you know what, do we really need this? I think about the undersea mob from the first mob vote. People only wanted it because the oceans had nothing. Now the oceans have something, so do we need the glow squid? If we look at the second mob vote and stuff like, oh yeah, people didn't really like the idea of termites because they're tiny bugs. Does that really add to your game? Does a Moobloom add to your game? It literally looks like 3 existing mobs, in fact, because there are 2 mushrooms. So, the point I'm trying to say right here is every one of these mobs is super repetitive, except the Iceologer, which is repetitive and is a hostile mob, so seems the most popular. And based on all the polls that we've seen on Twitter so far, based on what everyone's been having, the buzz about this update so far, it seems as though most people are like, yeah, 2 of those options suck, and 1 of those options suck less. And, maybe they're just trying to make some grand point about democracy, like about how, in modern day democracies, like the one that I hear is happening in a big country that the Toy Cat might be living in right now, but maybe they're trying to make some grand point about, yeah, just because there are 2 bad options and 1 only kind of bad option doesn't mean you shouldn't not vote for the only bad option. Or maybe they're just trying to get us unenthusiastic about democracy as a whole. I mean, the only reason I think they had to do a mob vote this year is because, they did a biome vote the last couple of years. They did a mob vote before that. They kind of have to keep the tradition up at this point. And if they had to do a democracy, if they had to do a vote for the community, maybe they're just like, okay, how do we do the literally simplest thing? A mob instead of a whole biome. Wow, that's 1 feature instead of 3. How do we make the mob simple? What if they're variants on existing mobs? They're things we can add to the game literally in, I'd say minutes, but you need a new model, you need some new behavior, hopefully there's a new drop, but without those things, we just have variants. So what I really hope is going to be the deciding factor, because we now know it's not the Moobloom, we don't know anything about the Moobloom, and don't think we'll learn more about it till Minecraft Live, but I'm hoping both the glow squid, because it glows. Clearly, it's going to have to drop something for that glow. It can't just be a glowing squid for the fun of it, right? The Iceologer, it can't just drop the same as witch stuff because it's not using potions. So even though it can't drop the same as the pillagers because it doesn't make sense that it's trading because it's in the hills. So hopefully both the Iceologer and the glow squid have unique drops. Maybe the glow squid can drop a glowing dye that can make things glow on, maybe you can make signs glow, or maybe you could make your wall glow. There's different fun things you could do. And the Iceologer, for instance, could drop a magical item that you could use to make frosty arrows or something like that. You could do fun things with both those mobs, but until we know anything about those, all we know is that there are 2 pretty passive mobs that are variants of existing ones, and then there's 1 hostile mob, which is a variant of an existing one, but at least it sounds interesting because, it looks the least copy-pasty, which is a tragedy. Again, I'm really hoping in the next week things get better. I think in reality, it's an off year, 2020. Don't we all just want to take the year off? Or on the other hand of things, it's maybe just like, hey, we spent a whole year working on the mountains, or we didn't rather, but like, that people were mad that we didn't add last year's thing in a year. You know, what an unreasonable short amount of time to demand that we add goats to the game. So maybe so that they could have something they could add as soon as possible, maybe they decide to make it simple, because now that it's just a single mob, it's just a simple mob, we can actually guarantee this stuff will come in 1.17. In fact, it seems, based on the wording, that this, the mountains will also be coming in the same update. So maybe that's just their plan from now on, to do smaller, really simple mobs. Let us vote between bread and sandwiches. Let us vote between llamas and alpacas. Let us vote between jungle cats and tigers. Really super simple, comparable things that they already kind of want to add. By letting us vote for things that are both simple and that already fit with their theme and that they already have planned, maybe they can add them to the game a lot faster. But the problem I have is, like, we've had 3 pretty serious, pretty consequential mob votes. Admittedly, one of them was the Phantom, and that people, these days, actually, I'd say these days people don't like the Phantom. As soon as it was revealed what was going on, I was like, oh no, what's happening here? People have voted against their own interests. They literally just made repairing the Elytra worse, but whatever. Rant about the Phantom aside, it really feels like the voice that they want to give the community has kind of diminished from those last 3 years. And you know what? In the end, it is Mojang's game. It is Microsoft's game. It is the Minecraft game themselves. They can choose to not have any community input, but it just feels so weird to go from super consequential, genuinely feature-changing decisions like we voted for the campfire, and that is huge. Without the campfire, Minecraft would feel so different, to, oh yeah, we're going to vote for the Iceologer. It's almost guaranteed. Unless they give the Glow Squid an incredible drop and they make the presentation about that, the community is going to vote for the Iceologer. They might as well have not had a single presentation about the other things. But like, the community is going to vote for that now. There isn't really a choice. There is just bad choices and slightly less bad choices. And the only things that you can conclude from that are that either someone made a massive mistake, someone was so hyped about these mob variants because they're like, wow, I really like mushrooms, I'd love to have Mooblooms, I don't think anyone would ever vote for anything else, so they made it bad, and etc, and we're gonna get it, it's gonna get so much better in the next couple reveals. Or maybe they really do just want to minimize the role the community plays in the democracy of the game, which is, entirely fine an option. It's just kind of a weird one to send when Minecraft's all about, hey, we're trying to teach you how to be a better thing. That there are no more taming mobs, they're just becoming friends of mobs. They're trying to make Minecraft an ecological, sensible game when they add things like bees and teach you how great they are. It kind of goes against that when you're like, hey, we have so many children playing Minecraft that we have to set a good role for them, but also, the children democracy, they kind of suck at it. So how about we just give them some symbolic options and we make all the real decisions for ourselves. That's the way it feels right now. But again, that's kind of the duality of Minecraft messaging always. They don't know if it's this game that they're designing for children, so they really have to, look out for children and teach them about how great the world should be, or if it's a game where, they're in control, they get to make what they want, it's their artistic vision. And the answer to me seems like it totally is like the creative vision of whoever is in charge, in this case like Jeb. He is the creative designer for the game, trying to penhole that in with all of the business decisions, trying to penhole that in with all of the audience decisions, seems to lead to some weird things, and this mob vote is the weirdest of them yet. I am excited just because of the fact that this could go somewhere. I'm excited because of the fact that 1.17 is going to be revealed at the start of Minecon Live, but that's a story for another time. I think I want to talk a lot more about these when the other 2 mobs are revealed, and also I want to talk about this whole update, because this kind of, to me, worries me that 1.17 is going to be a smaller update, but again, we can talk about that in the week to come. This Saturday, we'll be streaming Minecon Live on this channel. Come check it out. I've tweeted and shared on my YouTube community page when exactly it's starting, but it's 9 a.m. if you live on the west coast of America like me. If you live in the UK like I used to, and will do in a couple of months, then it's 5 p.m. And if you hate democracy, then boy, let me tell you about this new system I'm considering up. It has really cool red flags, and it has worked in many places around the world that I can totally name to back up my idea. Whatever, thank you for watching, goodbye. Wait, we've got to stop the outro music. Something that's really important you need to hear about right now is that Ultra Hard Survival is finally releasing tomorrow onto the marketplace. This is the first map I've ever put out for sale. If you want an actually hard, actually fun challenge Minecraft map, this is a thing I've made that I hope you're going to enjoy. It's coming out tomorrow. Please do check it out if you can. Thank you. Goodbye.